Welcome to Aviate Realty. Today I'm going to show you how to create and upload your free listing to Aviate Realty, as well as show you a property listing page so you can see what details are on it. First things first, I'll show you what a property listing page looks like. So we'll go ahead and click on this Treasure Coast Air Park listing. This is one of our brokerage's listings here. Up top you can see it has the name of the property, the price of the property, what it is for sale. Here's the photos of the property that are uploaded. You can upload up to 50 photos of the property. Also has the ability to have an embedded YouTube video, Vimeo video, or a hosted .mov or .mp4 file as well. And we also have the 3D walkthrough of the property also, which is a great way to give the people the ability to tour the home without having to go physically see it. And all these are built in and available on your free listing. As we scroll down here, we notice we have just some general overview about the property, the property type. It's an air park home, how many beds and bathrooms it is, the airport code, airport status, the runway length, is it paved, has hangar door width and hangar door height, which is important to see if your aircraft will fit. Here we have the description of the property, and you'll see it's a rich text editor on the back end here. So you can make the text come alive, bold the points that you want to highlight about your property. Also, you have the ability to upload some property documents. Here we have the HOA documents about the property. And here is also the address of the property, and it showcases on a map for you. By default, it's on the VFR sectional of the map, but as you zoom into the map, it will go to OpenStreetMaps and show where the property is. And also you have the ability to view from Google Satellite or Google Earth view of the property. When you zoom back out, you can stay in whatever map configuration you want, or go back to the VFR map if you're zoomed out enough. There we go. Then below here we have the airport details, airport name, if it's towered, airport code, if it has customs, the amount of runways it has, the airport owner phone number, and the status of the airport if it's private or public. Also, we have the runway details, the runway direction, length, width, type, and if it's lighted or not lighted. Also, if it has an ILS approach or not. All this, the airport details and the runway details, that is fed in automatically from the FAA website when you're uploading the property. That information pulls in. So if you don't know all that, it's no big deal. We know that information for you, and I'll show you how easy that is on the back end. Also, we have hangar details here. This is an important part to fill out and to know if you have a property that has a hangar. Our software has the ability for users to search properties based off of if it will fit their aircraft, so they can put in the type of aircraft they have, and it'll determine the minimum height, width, and length that the hangar needs to be, or the hangar door needs to be on the width and height, to see if their aircraft will fit, or they can put minimum specifications in. So it's important to list these details, also the amount of square footage and the size that hangar is as well. This is just some general property details about the property, how many garages you're built and so forth, about the property down here. Some additional details, you can add these details in. So this has a couple propane tanks and a whole house generator. Some other features that you can check off. We'll see all this on the back end. Here's another place where the video is displayed, as well as the 360 tour of the property. We also have the walk score about the property, lead inquiry forms, also what's nearby about the property, and so forth for the property. Also, it does show who is the listing agent for the property. I'll show you where to add that in here, and your contact information for it. So let's go ahead and create a property. As you can see, you can click this Create Listing button. And what it's going to do is make you log in or register. If you haven't registered, click on the register button. It's just going to ask you for some basic information. Keep your username. It all has to be together, not using special characters. Or if you already have a username, you can go ahead and click log in. Okay, so we're going to go and put in our email and go ahead and register and log in. You can put your username or your email. Once it logs in, it redirects you here. You can see that you're logged in because you have a little user profile with some additional back-end things that you can look at properties, create a listing, favorites, and so forth. Or you can just hit this button over here that says create a listing, which we will go ahead and do. And it takes you to the create a listing page. Note at the top you do have that save as draft feature. First thing I like to do is to upload the media of the property first, because this takes a little while to upload in the background. So I'm just going to grab a few photos here as a demo and drag and drop. This is from the Treasure Coast listing that was there. And you can see it's uploading the background. You cannot, that button turns a light blue. You can't submit the property until the photos have uploaded. We have about 50, you have up to 50 photos that you can add, and then you can rearrange them once they're finished uploading. But first, start uploading videos before you add the property title or content. For the property title, we generally recommend that you use the airport or air park name in the title, then plus the features of what that property is. Is it a home and hangar? Is it an estate home? Is it a hangar? A large hangar, small hangar, T hangar. Try to be as descriptive as possible. You can also use the street name that it's on. It all helps with SEO. So for this, we're going to do Treasure Coast Air Park, Estate, Home, and Hangar. Content, that's a description. You can copy and paste right off of a keypad. So you see we've grabbed this in here, copied and paste, and you have the ability to come in here and bold text if you would like. Highlight the properties. It's a smart editor, so you can go through and highlight the key areas that you want to have. I strongly encourage you to do this. For sake of time here, I'm not going to go through every single one that we're doing here. Below property type, there's 4 types you can choose from. Air park home. So it'd be an air park home. Air park land, which would be land at an air park or an airport. A hangar is a hangar space that's available, whether public or a private airport or air park. And then private airports are entire properties that there's an airport on. It might be a single homes on that entire ranch, or it could just be an entire airport that's for sale. So in this case, we're going to select air park home. Status, you have for sale, for lease, and as auction as well. This is going to be for sale. And we also have some additional labels we can put on if there's an open house or it's a hot offer or auction. We're not going to choose anything for there now. Price, for sale and rent price, you can just go ahead and put the price. This property is $2.5 million. Make sure I have the right number of zeros, which I do. After the price, if you're leasing something, you can put monthly or you can put yearly. If you're leasing it, that's what the after the price field is. If it's for sale, you just need to add the dollar amount. The media has finished uploading. I'm only doing 3 of them here, so you can see the submit properties blue. But what you have the ability to do, if you want to rearrange the photos, just click and drag them around to what order that you would like them in. Generally, I recommend having photos of the exterior of the property first, as well as the hangar, and some airport pictures. That's what people are interested in, and then go into your internal photos of the house or the hangar inside. But people, aviation people, want to see the airport. They want to see the hangar, so make sure to have those photos in here. Video URL, so if you have a YouTube or a Vimeo or a .mov file that's uploaded somewhere, you can go ahead and drop and click that link and paste it here, video URL. So just as the example below, it would be a YouTube. You can just put that in here. Details. We see bedrooms, bathrooms, so the amount of bedrooms a home has, 4 bedrooms, 4 baths. Area size, this is the square footage of the house. We'll say 3,500 square feet. Land area. Most properties are that we've noticed are on some acreage, at least a half acre. So we usually like to list in acres. I do understand that some airport hangars, you might only have a certain amount of square footage that comes with that hangar. So default says square footage, but most properties are listed at acres. So we're going to say 14.47. We're going to update this to acres. And if you want to put something else, if you've got a huge property with hectares, you can put that in there as well. Garages, number of garage spaces. This isn't the hangar space. This is just garage space, a 3-car garage. Garage size, the amount of square feet of the garage. Going off the top of my head, I believe this one's 800. Don't hold me to it. We're just using an example. Number of rooms, if you want to list the total number of rooms are there. That might be important in a rental unit or a duplex or something like that. Year built is important. This property was built in 2002, I believe. And HOA charges is the monthly HOA amount that it charges. Then you list it by, if you're the owner of the property, you can click owner, or if you are the agent of the property, list agent, and you put in your agent name and contact information. So name would be your first and last name. We're going to put my wife's name here. Contact is phone number. We can put our Aviate Realty's phone number in here. 888-0747. About agency, that would be the agency name. Our real estate brokerage is Aviate Realty. And agent MLS, if there's an MLS number in the source of where the property is listed on the MLS. So if here, this would be listed on Beach's MLS, and I don't have the number available, but it would basically say something like this. That's a made-up number. Don't hold me to it. That's not the real number there, but that's how it would you would display the MLS it's on and the MLS number. So if a realtor wanted to go pull it up on the MLS system. Hanger detail, if it has a hanger or no hanger. As I said, this is very important. If you don't know your hanger door width and length and height, it's a good time to go find that out. That is a very common question that people ask when they are looking at aviation real estate. They want to make sure their aircraft and other toys fit. So hanger door width, this property, I believe it's 60 feet wide. The door is 16 feet high, and it is 60 feet deep. And the square footage of this hanger is 4,800 square feet. And you might be saying the math is a little different, and you are right. It is because the actual width of the hangar is 80 feet, but the door clearance is 60. So that's how we're getting to that 4,800 square feet. Next, getting on to the airport details and runway details, and this is what we did to make it easy for you. So you can either search by airport code. So you can start to put in the airport code. I think this SFL7, I got it screwed up. If you don't know what it is, you can also put in the airport name. We can see that it will start to pre-populate FL37, so you can either click on it here, or if you just know the code, we'll put in FL37, and you can see it also loads the airport name. As soon as you put in either and click on it, the rest of the information will fill out. You don't need to complete anything here unless there's something that is incorrect from the data that we've pulled from the FAA. Sometimes I know it takes a little bit for an aircraft or an airport manager to update some information with the FAA. But you can see it's a private airport, one runway. It's not towered, no customs. There's not fuel available on the runway, but I know some people do keep, in this case, this house actually is not coming with a fuel tank, but some houses, they might have a fuel tank that comes with the house. So you might want to mark that there is fuel available if that is the case. Runway detail, this automatically pulls up, and this will go for the 3 longest runways that are in the air park. So pull up the runway directions, length, width, and if it's paved or grassed or water, if it's lighted, or if it has ILS. I'm seeing on this data here, we know from this listing that it is a lighted runway. They have runway edge lighting on it. And if you know something incorrect, just update. Let us know, and we can update it on our end here. This is locked on this end, but if something's incorrect and you know, just send us a note. Additional details. This is where you saw on the listing that it had the in-house propane tanks as well as generators. So if you want to say it has a Generac generator, and we can say 20,000, or we can say 20 kW generator, you can put that there. We can add something new, additional details. If you want to say that it has a solar system, you can add this here as well. We can say that's a 20 kilowatt solar system as well. So any details, that's a free form. You can add stuff about the property. Here's some features that are common with lots of properties. Let us know if there's other ones to add. One, if it's an automatic hangar door, this one does, versus manual. Other features of air conditioning, impact windows, swimming pool. It's got electric. If it's on septic, or if it's got water. If it's on sewer or gas, it does have a generator. Solar panels, you can click it off here too. A lot of times with generator and solar panels, I like to list up here as well to show the size of it. And here we can put propane tanks, because this property does have propane tanks, and we'll say 700 gallons. So that's where that information will show on the form. Property address, we can put in the address of the property, and it will locate to a much better position of where it is on the map here. So give me 1 second. I'm going to grab the address of the property right now and type it in. It is 15350. It's going up there. Give me 1 second. I screwed up where all right, 15350. And you can see it will start to pre-populate Sky King Drive, Port St. Lucie. You click that, and then it will actually update the map from being in the middle of the air park to where that house is. And you can look If you want a satellite view of the map just to double check, you can click satellite and double check. Other thing you can do is if you want to move that around, maybe it didn't line up correctly, you can click and drag where that marker is. And that might apply sometimes on some big properties as well with the address, so you can move that around. This is where you can embed a 360 virtual tour. It takes iframe or embed code. You can reach out if you have questions for us. Floor plans, if you have floor plans and an image, so you'd sit here, if you have something for the first floor, you can say first floor, how many bedrooms are on the first floor. This one has 3 on the first floor, bathrooms there's 2. We don't need to do the price on here. You can say the plan size, how many square feet it is. I'm just making this up here, 3,000. Then you can select image and upload an image of what that floor plan is. And then you can add multiple floor plans as well. So if you want to have one for the first floor, second floor, hangar, you can add those floor plans as well. Property documents, this is where you can click select attachments and upload your attachments of this. We like to add HOA documents or anything that surveys, stuff about the property that potential buyer might want to add. Then we get it down in here to energy class. And energy class is, you don't have to put this if you don't want to. A lot of times it's not used, but if it's an energy efficient building or home, you can put this information here. If something's not filled out, it doesn't display on the front end. So don't worry if there's something, if you don't have a video, if you don't have floor plans, it doesn't display on the front end of the property. And I'll show you that again here when we go look at this property on the front end. Private note, this is a private note for the property. It won't display to the public. So if you want to let us know something about the property, whether it's contact information for how to get a hold of you, which we'll have, or if it's something that we should know about the property, maybe it won't be available for showings until 2 weeks from now. You can put that information from here as well. Then at the bottom, we just have our terms of use and agreement, and you have to check that box. And then you can go ahead and click submit property, and it will submit the property here, and we will show you this. Did I keep the photos? Yep. So we're going to go ahead and submit property. And the other thing you can do is click save as draft if you want to come back to it. But we're going to go ahead and click submit property. It will let us know if anything is wrong or missing. So it is submitting it now. And it'll just load you a new blank page. But what you can do on the left side here is you can go here and you'll see that the property it's now uploaded, it's pending. And what's going to happen is someone on our team is going to internally review it and approve the listing, make sure that the content you entered is correct, that it's actually at an air park or airport before it goes live. Typically that takes 24 to 48 hours, if not sooner, but that's how we go look at the property. You can also preview your property by, we'll load it in a new window, but you can click on it and look at the preview of it as it's loading. So here's kind of the preview of the property, of how it's loaded and how it looks, the description, look at the details where it's on the map. So you can see how everything looks ahead of time of the property. And if you go back to here, if there's something that you want to change and edit, you can click this action button and you can hit edit, and it'll let you go edit the property. You can go back here and up it and then just hit save changes whenever you change something. Maybe you didn't like the photo order and you wanted to move that around. Click and drag that around here, hit save changes, then it'll go back and save it, and you can go see where you are on the properties as well. You can also delete the property, duplicate, or see what you want. You can view all of your properties here. You can see what's pending, what's published, expired, draft, on hold, if there's anything with disapproved as well. So that is the tour of how to upload your property. I hope you found it interesting. Feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions about uploading. We're happy to help. And we also do have people on our team that can upload your property for you.